Welcome back, everybody. Last time we got that structure over there built for our new steel mill. It's looking like a factory over there, or a warehouse right now, actually. We'll get factory stuff going on in there in a little bit. In the meantime, between episodes, let's drop down here. I haven't really done anything in this area, but I did get trains operational over there, bringing in the coal and the iron ingots that are needed. I've also got the hypertube network stretched all the way out to that facility now. So getting back and forth is going to be a lot faster. What else was there? I was sorting out some oopses I made with things not being set up correctly. Got the coal upgraded to Mark III belts and pulling 270 from each miner. And yeah, that's about all I did. Also got my hypertube junctions at intersections set up. Got access to up to the platforms as well as down into the structure itself. One of these days I got to go around and put in all the lifts for all the pillar supports for these structures, but I'll get around to that eventually. But for right now, what we are going to be doing is getting all this material out and dropped into the factory below. But first, we need to know where to send all that material. So right now we're just going to pull out this corner for access. And I didn't do that the way I intended to. Let's go fix that real quick and we'll start putting in machines. Get rid of those. Leave the rest of the foundations in. And down we go. There we go. So to start things off, I'm just going to have 4 lines making me steel ingots to feed 4 lines down below, making two lines of pipe, 2 lines of rod. And to do that, we'll go ahead and set up everything. I've already worked this out once and I think I've forgotten how I did it. So let's just work it out again. I'm going to need first a splitter. Splitter right there, and then a merger. As I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I think I got more room in this one. Yeah, because last one I did... Hold on. Let me go check over at the ironworks. That's where I'm basing this off of. I need to go over there and look at that, figure out what size building that was. Okay. Whoa. Didn't want to go in it. Okay, that is a 4. Okay. Just doesn't feel like it. Oops. Wrong direction. Must be starting to feel normal now, I guess. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I got 4 extra windows to work with. Let's run back over here now. Oh, I had to put the hyper tube over here on the side of that building because the wall mounts will not attach to the underside of the double ramp, which kind of sucks. So at least I had something close by to hang it off of. Otherwise, I was going to have to get creative. So I have a lot more space here. Where's my center line man? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my center line. Let me paint this something. This is just so I can visualize where center line of this structure is. This is not permanent. Just happened to be a handy color. Quick and easy to click on. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Whoops. I know these are all going to be this color. Oh, that takes on that color a lot nicer. Okay. Run the perimeter here just because I'm trying to get to doing all of these. Whoops. Don't worry, I can fix those later. Right now, this is just so I can see where I know I've got logistics stuff. Get those ones. I'll worry about the other end of the building later. But right now, so if that's the case, we come over here to the center line and go merger. If I can get this merger, then say like that for that side. Let me see where that will put things out here. Production foundry. We are doing steel finally. There. Oops. Smart mode was turned off. Foundry. Okay. Let me check on this real quick. Hold on. Actually, oh, steel. I'm doing this one here, which needs 40 per minute. All right, and we have maxed out at 780 over 40 is 19.5. So 19 machines. I'm not going to be messing around with underclocking, overclocking, or anything like that with these. I just want to have as much of that being used as possible and not have a half a machine somewhere. So if we can get that up to 780, that'd be great. So foundry, bring that. Yeah. 18, 19. Ooh. Oh, that just fits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I want this to only go in one direction at a time. And let me get that back. I can't do the full 19 right now. We can do 120, which would be 3 per line. Get 4 lines in here. Oops. Oh wait, right. I need to do Y spacing. Space this out here. And oh yeah, that's got plenty of room. Okay. So we could do 4 lines. I could have 5 lines in this. 5 lines on each side. Not going to. But what I could do actually, bring that back to 4. Grab, unlock it so that it's free to move. Lock it back into place. And we still have full foundation, or 2 full foundations there. So H. Move that half a foundation further. There we go. Now I have it running there. And I have full foundation and a half there. And a full foundation and a half on this side. The foundation in between them. Perfect. The logistics doesn't have to go against the wall. They can actually come out. But it's all going to be tight on that end. I might snug that. Might extend that out just a little bit further. I don't know. But I'm short rotors and frames. Got the concrete. I'm not building 760 of those right now. That'll go out 4, 5. Okay, so I can do a 4x4, get 16 of these in here. Yeah, we'll do that. Then we can take this output, put it right. Actually, no, we need to do it from this side here. No, we can't do it too far there. No, I want to come up. Worry about direction in a minute. There we go. All right. Yeah, so 1, 2. Get rid of that for right now. So and get rid of that one too. Okay, starting from where it's green for me, which is blue I think for everybody else, wherever your no clipping color is. Starting from that point, come out 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So 2 out from that one. And that'll get you enough space to put a lift in. Up here. And then for these, if you have it doing this and you don't want it to, that's the smart mod recognizing that the structure you're trying to connect to has multiple inputs. It's great if you don't mind using belts that are sloped. I personally don't care for the belts being like that. So to get it to stop doing that, you can just double tap shift real quick. Use spacebar to catch yourself from falling. So you come up tight to the machine like that. Same as on the other side. Come back 2 spaces. And that'll give you enough space to put a lift in where it's tight against either the splitter or the machine. It'll always have, here, let me just show you real quick what I'm talking about here. With the lifts on this, it'll always be offset a little bit from whichever end you're starting at. I usually like to put it on the machine because it actually looks appropriate that way. And then just turn the lift around up at the splitter end and it hooks up. And that'll be nice and tight, minimal space used. I know one of my viewers, Nether Void, he's doing things a little differently. He's putting his splitters down underneath in line with his machine, so he's got all the belts running directly underneath him for that. I'm not sure how to get the proper spacing so you have it nice and tight on one end because of I haven't built that direction, but since I'm talking about that right now, the way I do my alignment for all my machines is I get the splitters in and I have the machine, come on. The way I get all my splitters in for multiple machines, I have, for if it's a 2 input, I have the first one on the floor, just like always. And then I put the second one up to the 3rd level of this, of a stack of splitters. That way I can use a lift. But I keep the splitters all in a line, like so. And this I'm going to redo anyway. Let me just grab this here. Get that, oops. Get that thing to stop doing multiple splitters. Now I can come in here nice and tight to the machine. Come back 1, 2. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. And we go out to all the machines. I'm actually going to go ahead and take this all the way out to 19. So that they are supposedly connected. And it actually put the spacing in for me, which was kind of it. And then I can, oops. That gets the ones on the ground level. Get this guy out. And dang it. It wants to keep doing that, so I just double tap space yet again. And then offset these all the way out to 19. Double check their alignment, which they are in line. Whoops. Something I forgot to do with the last ones was the facing this way to, oops, nope, I just need the Y. And uh-oh. Nope, that's not going to work this time. Because now I want it to do that, and now it's trying to connect to that. All right. Oh, I'm just going to have to start that all over again. Right now with these multi ones, because it's auto connecting Between splitters and mergers and poles, yes, that's fine. Auto connect to buildings, no, I do not want that right now. Actually, I don't want that ever, honestly. For single level machines, if I'm doing everything on a single level, fine, that's good. If I'm doing multi-input or multi-level stuff, that gets annoying. Cut that off for right now. Still want you to connect things between things. I need to actually take that out. Put this back in. Oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, no, no. There we go. Let's take this out to 19. Out to a spacing of 6, which lines that up nicely. And then we can go Z. Whoops, nope. 6. Control. Out to a 4. Switch spacing to Y. The Y axis. Okay. Can't remember if it was 13. Oh wait, that shouldn't be that color. Should be green. Yeah. I'm on autosave. Perfect timing. I can just build right now. And then real quick. Wrong way. I want it on the machine. And it lines up beautifully. Okay. So that takes care of those. Now, because of the way I've got this set up, actually, I'll leave this one, Control X. Need to slide over. And doing some finger origami here. There we go. Get rid of all those. Grab this one. Right in line, and then we can just do this out to 19. Hold Z, put that out to a 6. Which is that thing's perfect alignment. And we hit Z and up arrow to change spacing to the Y. Well, we first need to come out this way for... Whoops. Oh, dang it. Rid of that. Okay, those are Mark II. Grab this. Oh, 19.6. And space or Z up arrow. Control or, yeah, control. Out to 4. And then hit Z out to there. And like that. Ooh. Nope, that I think is going to be right. Because now I need to take this one, start this side, come up right next to the machine, go out 1, 2. We're going to go up 1, 2, up to the, not the third, but the 4th level. Oops, and go out this way. Ay. Nope. Need you to go that way, go out to 19, and then out to 6. Actually, I'm going to bring you, no. Yeah, I can do it 19. I'll show you what I'm going to do down at the other end here. Oops, that was 6. Now we need control, come back here to 4. Now we need to switch over to the Y axis, space these out by 12. That's just ever so slightly off because of the way these machines are. Can't quite get perfect alignment on these ones, but I also need the overhead to work with that. And now we can build. And then we can just get rid of all of that. And that's all of those set up nicely. I have all the belts run all the way down. For the input side, I'm just going to break this connection right here, just like what I did in the ironworks. That way, the input is not getting sent beyond this point. But all the merging can still continue on down the line. And when I get better belts, like once I get enough steel beam being produced, I can actually start upgrading all my belts to Mark IIIs. Then we can get all that in. So, right here, we're going to punch in some holes right on this seam, right there, and right there. Grab a Mark II lift, coming down, use that camera, put that red dot kind of the bottom of the input. Same with that one. And then we can get the iron ingots and iron and coal brought down and onto those two belts. Now, I'm going to hook up all the inputs and outputs on all these machines here right quick, as well as get in the rest of the floor holes and lifts to bring in the raw materials for this build. And I'll be right back. Actually, no. That ain't going to work. because I need to push that out just ever so slightly further. So, on second thought, let me redo all this because that didn't work out the way I intended it. So, be right back once I have a clear, dang it. I went the first half hour of work, but I didn't have anything else here. So let's start this back over. Now that's all done. We can go down. I'll figure out verticality for personnel in a little bit. Yep, I did that. Yeah. Ingots on the bottom, ingots on the top. Just the way it worked out. Doesn't really matter, the machines will take it either way. The solid steel ingot, there we go. Control C. Go ahead and punch all these in. All the recipes are punched in. All right, Nether. This is for you. Just like I was trying to explain some of my comments in your videos. You were first having them, your splitters offset like this instead of in line. When I said in line and stacked, you literally stacked them up, including the mergers. This is what I was referring to by stacked, was have the belt stacked, but the splitters lined up with the inputs on the machine, so they're nice and straight, no curved belts, not even a 90-degree belt. And I can get them nice and tight. On the machine side, you can kind of see a little bit of the accordion between the lift and the machine, but on the other side, because of the way I space them, where I line it up right up against the machine with take splitter, put it right up against the machine, bring it back till it changes to the no clipping color, and then move it out 2 ticks from that point, and that gives you enough space to fit a lift in there with it tight to the machine and tight to the splitter. I said I'd try to explain that for you in the build when I got around to doing the forges for the steel factory. There we go. But this is my build. Yours, if you want to continue doing things underneath, you can do the exact same thing, just put them down underneath. You won't have to do these pre-stack to get them all lined up. You can just do 2, just do one right on top of the other, but put them next to each other like this. For your build, you just do it like this, and then have your splitters, not splitters, your lifts coming off, excuse me, and then up to your machines at that level. Because your machines are up above here, so you'd have enough room to have it down on the second level off the floor down here to come up and get it into your machines like that, and then like that, so that then your machine would actually sit on a foundation. I don't have a wall I could easily put in to demonstrate this, but that's the way yours would be for yours, is to pull them out, up, and then back into the machines. And then on the other side, still underneath the machine in its own stack, or on the floor, depending on how you want to do it, you have your merger tucked underneath. And to get it to where it's nice and tight like this, you just have to play around with where the splitter is in relation to the machine. That's how I get them tight like that. I've been doing it long enough to know that if you go from the machine first to the splitter, you'll get it looking nice and tight against the machine. And you just have to figure out where to place it to get the splitter to look this tight as well. Takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of finagling, but it can work. Let me get all these out of here because I don't need those. But that's how I get that set up. But I think that's going to do it for this episode though, folks. I was trying to get through and get all the steel stuff done in one episode, but because I needed to reset and go ahead and use all this voluminous space I've got here, I couldn't get it all in one episode. But don't worry, I'll be back again with another one shortly to finish out getting the steel mill up and running, at least 4 lines anyway. Right now I want to get some steel running so I can start getting some Mark III belts put in everywhere to increase the iron production, so then I can expand the steel production further. But until that happens, gonna have to hold off. So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. If you got any questions about any of the mods in my mod list or something that you've seen and you don't recognize it, feel free to ask. I'll explain what's going on. I'll try to slow things down a little bit too when I do the explanations, because when I'm building, I'm going as fast as I can. If you like what you're seeing, please leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date on what's going on, subscribe, ring that notification bell, let you know whenever I throw out a video. I'm trying to get to where I'm doing them daily. Hopefully with some progress on the back end of editing and whatnot, that should help out. But that's still debatable. But regardless, every day I post at 8 a.m. Pacific. So check in around that time and see if I've gotten a video up. Other than that, remember, have fun.